Hello everyone, welcome once again to Fast Giddy Tutorials. My name is Richard N and today I'm quite excited because I'll be talking about Acuity Scheduling. Yeah, I see a lot of people are making requests, they've not seen the tutorial about Acuity Scheduling and all of that. Anyway, we're finally here to give you what you've been looking for. And this video is specially dedicated to all Digital Witch students. Digital Witch is a skill acquisition, online platform that teaches about IT support, mostly dedicated to students and learners from within Africa and even beyond. Yeah. So if you're one of the students, congratulations, and this video should help you get going with Acuity. So this is Acuity. It's a scheduling platform. It's an online, or let's call it a cloud scheduling platform or software, as you may call it. And my job today on Fast Grading Tutorials is to help you know how to navigate this. So as usual, we're going to start by first getting an account with Acuity. So let's get an account with this tool and see how it goes. Join me. So I'm going to click on get started, and like you see, they don't need credit card for you to get onboarded into Acuity. So now that I've clicked on the get started, it's asking me to either sign up with my email or create with my Google account. And because we want to save time, we don't want to go through all those verification stuff. We'll just go direct and use our continue with Google. Okay, now we're going to click on that, and then the next thing is for us to select which of the Google accounts that we wish to work with. And for me, I'm going to select on this one, and then I'm going to continue with this, and voila, here we are. So this now is Acuity, and this is where we're going to manage everything that has or that concerns our scheduling of our business and all of that. So you can see that it's quite similar to other tools like Moments, like Peak Time and the rest of them, but every one of them has their specialty. They have what makes them actually very, very unique. So I'm going to start explaining what all this here means. And from the beginning here, you can see that we have the home, which is actually where we have a quick overview of everything. You can see that here it's asking us to set up our scheduling page. You can say we have to create our appointment types and set our availability and then customize our design. Now we have the calendar, which allows us to actually schedule different stuffs. You can schedule classes and all of that in this platform. Then here we have our availability here, which would tell us when we have our different bookings and our different clients. You'll be able to see all of that from here. And even here, you also have the ability to be able to set up how your availability is going to be. Consider we have your minimum hours here, we have our start time intervals, we have our minimal gaps, we have our looking busy and all of that. We even have our time zone, which will actually set or help us to set our time properly. And then we have our clients. Now, in this client tab is where you're going to have everyone that has booked, your services before, because even Acuity actually allows you to have your own business link as well, just like we have it on Peak Time and the rest of them, right? So we have our client list here. Whoever registered with your business, you'll be able to see their name, their first name, then their last name, along with their contact details, right? So that is now we have our client, now we have our scheduling page. Now, the scheduling page actually is a part of Acuity that gives us the link. This is a client-facing link. You see the link here. When I click on this link here, it will show to the client that actually this is now where they are going to be able to book my service. So you can see that this now is my general scheduling page. If I should copy it now and view this in my incognito mode, you can see that it will start showing whatever I'm doing as my business. But I've not set this up correctly yet. Cool. I've not set this up correctly yet. You can see that actually this is where you can actually get to book my service. So when I'm done setting this up, I'll return here to show you correctly. And you can see that we even have the settings. You can be able to set it up and say, okay, your templates, how do you want it to be like? If you want it to be daily, you can see that here it's showing you all the hours of the day. Now, if I switch it to monthly, you can see that it will be showing me the monthly view. Yeah, so now you're also going to be able to set up your business name. You're going to identify your industry, and then you can even upload your business logo and all of that. So let's go back to the beginning and see something here. So that was about our scheduling page. What about our appointment types? Yeah, here now we can actually set up our appointment types, maybe class time or whatever. So we're going to, in a short while, see how this can be set up properly. But remember, I'm actually using a free trial account, so it might be a little bit different. Some kind of features might be limited from me because I'm using a trial account, so that one will get going. You don't get confused. Okay, so now let me see, go back. Now you can see that we have intake questions here. These are questions that people have to actually read and answer, maybe just to get used to your terms or whatever before they can actually you know sign up for your package of your training or whatever you are doing on here in Acuity. Now we have packages, gift, and subscription. This is where you manage your subscription types. This is where you create your packages, maybe your coupons, and so on and so forth. Like, okay, if you buy this 5 months free, are you going to get 1 month free? If you pay for this, are you going to get a special gift or whatever from the business? This is where you are going to set this up. Cool. So now we have payment settings. Now on these payment settings, you're allowed to set up things like your Stripe. You can set up your Square, payment gateway, or even your PayPal. So this helps you to collect your payments as soon as people are booking for your service. And then we have our invoice. Now in this invoice part, you're going to create your invoice, and then so that whenever somebody pays for a service, it will send them this invoice for them to know that they've actually paid for your stuff. And then here now we have our what? We have our emails. Cool. So this is where you're going to set up the kind of email that alerts, that will alert your admins, the kind of email that your clients are going to receive, and even text messages that are going to be sent to people when they book a service here on Acuity. Now, we still have our integrations. Integrations allow you to actually add third-party platforms. You can see that we have platforms like Email Campaign, we have FreshBooks, we have Squarespace, we have Facebook and Instagram. And this, I think, is strictly for campaigns and all of that. And then we have email. You can see that we have active campaigns and MailChimp, Simplero, Drip. So the thing about Acuity is that Acuity actually categorize these different integrations for you. So if you are looking out to, integrating softwares or tools for email marketing, you can see them all here. You can see these are all email marketing tools like Simplero, MailChimp, Active Campaign, email campaigns, and so on and so forth. Then if you want things for accounting and invoice, you can see that we have QuickBooks here, we have FreshBooks. Then if you want anything for video and conferencing, you can see that we have Zoom. And I think we're going to set up these two, at least one of these things today, so that whenever our clients book us, they're going to receive either a Zoom meeting link or a Google Hangouts link, so that they can be able to actually take on the meeting and then see us and interact with us during the session. Then we have our CRM tools here. These are our CRM tools allow us to manage our customers and so on and so forth. So at the end of the day, you can see that actually Acuity helps us to actually make things very, very easy using the integrations parts of the tool. Now you can see that we have sync with other calendars. This is where you can actually bring in your calendars from other platforms. Like, we can, that here we can have our iCloud calendar, we can have our Google calendar. You can see that we have our Outlook Office 365 calendar, even Outlook Exchange and Outlook.com calendar, and all of that. So you can actually integrate or sync them so that they will function alike. That is just what this place here means. So let me go back and then talk about the report. So the report tabs actually tells you, maybe it gives you an overview of, on your revenue, your appointments, your users, and so on and so forth. So this actually can tell you, how many customers you're getting, how much you are going to expect for the week, for the month, for the year, for the quarter. That's what this report does for you. And it will even show you how people are interacting with with your booking page and all of that. So now we can actually manage users here, which allows us to actually get to add our team members. This is a part where we get to add our team members, how they can be able to interact with the tool. Are they going to have admin access or just user access and all of that? We can actually manage all that from this part. So now we can see that we have managed billing here. This managed billing actually allows us to, you can actually get to create our payment information, how people are going to be able to pay us. Are they going to pay us through the bank, and all, and so on and so forth. Consider here we say all your payment information is secured privately. So if you're going to pay for this suit, you need to add your card here, right? And then if I go back here, we can see that we have subscription. This one actually tells you what you're subscribed to, what you're paying for the month, and all of that. Or maybe even the features attached as well. So then here as well, we have invoices. So this is where you get to view your invoice as sent for you or as billed by Acuity, right? So let's go back a bit. Uh, Now you can see that here, I think I'm actually done explaining all these different features and different tabs here. Then this here, right here, is my account. Okay, this is my account. You can get to set it up and all of that. So now we are done. Okay, now the first thing I want to do is I want to set up a few things here now so that we can start what we're doing. So you can see that here they say set up your scheduling page, right? So you can see that they say create appointment types, they say set your availability, then customize design. So I'm going to start with this. So I want to start by creating appointment types. So I'm going to click on this, and then now you can see that we have appointment types here. So you can actually get to like add your appointment types here. This is just simply meaning like, okay, what kind of services are you offering? Okay, for instance, are you offering consultations? Are you offering live sessions? Are you offering healing sessions or whatever? You can set that up using Acuity, and you can do that under the appointment types here. So let me start by creating an appointment type here. So I'm going to click on new type of service. You can see that we have new type of service. We also have new type of group class. So maybe I want to create this for a service, right? So I'm going to click on what? I'm going to click on new type of service. Okay. Now you can see that we have the service name here. So you can actually call it, maybe, let's say for instance you are doing maybe let me say for instance we are actually consulting, or maybe we're like a kind of consulting firm. So let me say this one is what now? Let's say maybe this one is what now? Is, let's say it's a salon, right? Let me say it's just a salon. So I'm going to call this let me just say, okay, hair what? Let me say hair. Let me say crochet what? Crochet braids, crochet braids, and what now? And maintenance. Okay, then say this is just a little bit description. So okay, in this service, you okay can come in to get your crochet braids done, right? Okay, those looking for maintenance of their crochet, maybe you want them to get watched and all of that, you can still come in, okay, can still use this service, right? Now you can see that here they say show a message after scheduling. So this actually will tell the person, okay, you've just booked a service now, this and that, and they just have to get in the know. So let me say hi, thanks for what? No, I need to make it good. So thanks for booking. Thanks for booking a what? A crochet braids and maintenance service. Today we are happy and look forward to having you soon, right? Now that is for the message that they are going to receive once they book this crochet braids and maintenance. Now this is the duration part, which actually says, okay, how long is this session going to take? Is it going to be a 1 hour session? Is it going to be a 2 hour session? Of course, as a lady, you should know that crochet actually takes a lot of time. So maybe I will just put maybe I'll just put 2.5 hours. Okay, let's say now they say the duration should be in minutes, right? So you know that 1 hour is let's say 60 minutes. So I'm going to say that this actually lasts for 2 hours. So I'm going to put 120 minutes here. Cool. So you can see that there's a price here. So I'm going to put a price here. Let's say it costs about 500. Yes, of course, this is a premium shop. Yeah. So that can cost, let's say, 500. Okay, let's call it 500. Now category. Okay, you can see that we have category here, and we can create one at the bottom here. Let me create a category. We can call it what? We can call it braids. Okay, you can do what? Click on save, and then this is going to be a category of what? Braids. Now the color should be what? Let's call it red. Okay, now private appointment type, say this means that only admins can see this one. We don't want this to be the case, so we're going to just let it be, right? So now we're going to need to add an image. Maybe you want to put an image that actually represents what this service is like. So let me get crochet. Okay, so let me get crochet from here. So this is, let me call it crochet braids. Let's see that now. So you can see that this actually is crochet. So we're going to get one that looks amazing and use that as our, as our image. I don't want it to have brand logo. So I think this is quite nice. I'm going to get this one. Okay, I'm going to save it up as a JPEG file. Let me call it crochet.jpg. It should be on my desktop, right? So I'm going to bring it in here. So I'm going to click on this. This is my picture here, and I'm going to click on open to load it up. So you can see it's now up. Now it is asking me for calendars. These calendars here are going to, we're going to work on this later on. Okay, so let's just leave it as it is so that we can be able to understand what we're doing here. So now it says select which forms should be completed when clients book this service. So we need to create a form that can be used for this. And you see, I can go to forms from here. I can click on this, go to forms. Okay, and you can see that here we have form. So let me say, I can see that we can actually make a new form. So I'm going to click on this new form here, and my form, I just want it to be a kind of, they have to give me their name, right? So this is actually form name. Let me say, let us say, okay, let us take their name. Let's call it a text box. So question, say, let's say, okay, your name, right? So what is your name, right? Of course, it's going to be a required question. Yeah. So now next again, we have, we also need to like take in their words, maybe some other details here. Can take another question and we can say, okay, how old are you? Right? Of course, it's going to be a required question. You can see add more. So okay, how long is your what? Is your braid? Yeah. So this is specifically for those into a hair care business. Let me see, add one more here. I can say okay, your address, or let me just say your WhatsApp number. Okay, it's going to be required. Let me see, add one more, and I will say okay. Mm, let's say hair color. Good, because want to know whether if they are blonde or whatever. So I want to know that. So I can actually put a name here. So I can call it what? I can call it Otanwa Nigeria PLC. Okay, Otanwa hair what? Otanwa hair place limited, right? And all of that. So you can just say okay. You can put any instructions here for your blah 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 if you want. But me, I think I'm okay with this. I'll just click on what? Save form. Okay, but then before you know this, you see where they say internal use only. You see this form is for internal use only. Don't show it to the client, right? So we want this form to such that when they fill the, when the customer fills this form, it will be an internal use form only. Like only the people that are working in this company can get to see this form, right? Now, I think I should even get to add the, you see the checkbox here. We're going to ask them what kind of, service are they looking for. So let me put a checkbox here. Put a checkbox, and we're going to say okay. See here, they said, what service are you, booking today, right? So we can now add question here. See, we can actually add that, and then our form is now. So this is what our, now this is what our form would look like. See here, we say what service are you booking today? I think this one is wrong. This, let me delete this and then re-add it. Okay, I can now go back and edit the form. So let me review the form. Let me add this drop down list again. Let me add this. I'm not going to have to use that. Let me use checklist. So I'll say what service are you ordering today? Then I can put the choice. I can say okay. I can say let's say let's say braids, okay, and so on and so forth. Because this one actually is what now is for braids, right? You can still add one more here. You can still add one more here if you want to add one. So let me just go here and I'll click on checklist. No, come in, let me take this checkbox and then I'll add it here at the what at the bottom. Let's see if it's going to work. That okay, it's not going to work, so we just need to like remove it. So let us leave it like this. Okay, so you can see that we have what service are you ordering today, and they give us a kind of list here, a kind of link, say first, third, second, right? Let us leave this for now. So let me save the form. Okay, I've saved the form now. So let me now go here and then try to like get the form. Okay, so let me get the form. Let me say create and then get to the form because the form was not there before. Let me go back and then edit whatever I created so I can be able to attach the form, right? So you can see that we can actually edit the service here. Let me click on edit here. And now, come on. Okay. So this is coming, guys. So now this is our stuff here. We already have the form here. And then we just need to like add it up somehow. Okay, that's fine. Let me go back to the let me just go back to the scheduling page now. So if I were to view this up now, if I were to view this now, you can see that actually this is now a service here. Let me go to appointment type, come back here. You can see that we have you can see that we have it here. This is it here. So if I can actually edit this, I can edit this. This is our stuff here. This is our booking option for this crochet braids and maintenance. Cool. So now we can now put our form here. You can see that we have form here. So I can actually, choose this form and make it what I want to use in there. So I believe the form is already, you see now this is a form here. So I have to actually attach it to the what now to the crochet braids and maintenance class or service so that you can actually save the form. So when you come to book this service now, you can now be able to actually book it using from this place. And you can see that we have it here now. So now let us still talk about let us go and do other stuff here. Okay, so what about the scheduling page? Let us set it up and see what it looks like, right? So this is our scheduling page now, and we can actually get to set it up, according to our services and all of that. So this is our scheduling page, and if I should open this, if I should click on this link now, you can see that the thing actually looks, different. You can see that we have this here. This is a link here. Okay. Now you can see that this is a link here and we have to select an appointment. I don't want this. I think I'm going to delete this. But then if you're going to book this braid here, if you click on this book, right, in fact, you might need to actually put in, the day when you want to come for this stuff. So let me assume I want to go in on Thursday, 9 a.m., right? So I'll click on select and continue here. And here I'm going to need to like put in my first name, which is what, let's say Joshua, and then the last name is going to be what, Nathan, or let me just say my name is going to be Richard N. I will say Richard, and then here is what N. Then what about the number here? You need to specify. Of course, this is going to be for a particular country unless you are doing an external kind of stuff, right? So I'm going to select my country, which is Nigeria here. So this is Nigeria. I need to put in my number. So this is just a dummy number. Then you need to put in your email address here because you are trying to book a service, right? So when you're done, right, I'll simply use what? Email. Come on. Simply use email at, okay. And then when you're done, what do? Just click on confirm appointment. And this will now go to your customer list, right? So if I come back to my stuff now, I can see that my client here have actually grown. You can see that I now have Richard N here with these details here. So that is just how this works. Now, what about our appointment types? Let me go back there one more time and actually do that. But before that, let me go and do the staffs. Okay. You see here we have availability, right? This is where I can be able to create, option for my staffs or people that are working with me, right? I can have staffs because, I have a hair maintenance shop or maybe a salon. Some are going to be doing the braids. Some are going to be trimming for the guys. Maybe some are going to be doing washing and setting. Some are going to be dyeing. Some are going to be maybe what else do you do? maybe it's a treatment, right? So I can go to my availability here, and then I can now set up a few things here, right? So I want to set up some things here, like say limit when clients can schedule and reschedule and cancel an appointment or edit forms. So now this one now is simply asking us that, okay, when can client actually reschedule and schedule and cancel appointment? I want to make it what, 12 hours. You can even limit it and say maybe it should be like maybe 24 hours. You can say 24 hours, right? So they cannot get to cancel or rebook or whatever 18 days to the, 24 hours to the time, right? So you say maximum number of days is 365. Okay. Now allow clients to reschedule the appointment, cancel the appointment. So this one actually can say, okay, are you going to allow client to be able to reschedule or cancel the appointments online? If you don't want any of that, you can actually turn it off here. So they cannot be able to like reschedule or cancel, because when they're able to reschedule on their own, whatever you've actually maybe set up to be able to treat them will be for waste, right? So we want to like limit that, right? So are we going to be able to edit our intake form? We don't want that to be done. So once they fill the form, they are done for, right? You can click on what now? You can click on save changes. Now what about time intervals? You can set this one up. Say set start time intervals to create consistency on in how your appointment times display to your clients, right? So we are going to say, okay, let it be every 30 minutes. You can save that. Now you can say, okay, maximum gaps. Okay, so we don't want any gaps here. Then you see the time zone here. Let me change this to Lagos, because of course I'm in Nigerian, right? So we are going to do this and set it to be for Lagos. Can you see Lagos here? Cool. Now say, will this time zone change, but leave it as plus GMT, blah 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 blah. So let me just click on save here. We are good, right? Done. We are now done there. So let us go back here to where we have our calendars. You can see that we have a calendar here. So whenever you make any booking now, it will be shown up here, right? Let me add a calendar, or let me just create another calendar. So let me just say calendar here. Okay, we can call this calendar based on our staff name. Okay, calendars are added based on our staff name. Let me call it Cynthia Bighead, and the description is whatever. Then the location here is, where is this going to be done, right? Is it going to be a meeting, an online meeting, or a physical whatever? So you can actually say, okay, maybe say number 67 or 76 what Hellfire Street. This is just a dummy address, please. Okay, London. Okay, and then we can say, okay, this is our what? This is actually our this. Then now this actually is asking us the notification for this email. Where is it going to go? So can actually say the staff should get the notification, and of course they are going to send a reply to the admin of the of the place. So that should be me. So I can actually save this now. Okay, so you can see that now it's asking us that, okay, which of the appointments do you want to work with that calendar? So we are going to select what, consultation. Okay, and then we'll say, okay, we are done, right? So that one now is what is set up correctly. So we can still add one more. You can see that this one now is the appointment for consultation. So this is the calendar, and it's happening for what, for braids. So anybody that books some braids now can be able to use our calendar to work with us, right? So I can still add one more. Let me add one more so you can see or learn how it works. So you can actually add one more here, but I'm going to skip it for now and come back to it later. So let me go back here. Let's go back to the availability. Okay. See, okay, I don't want to go. I think we have been here before. Let me go to calendar and see what is here. So here now we'll have our calendar, we'll have our appointment bookings here. Let me just use the monthly view and see where we have an appointment. Consider we have an appointment, you know, here, uh 31 July from Richard N, and it's coming for the crochet braids and maintenance, right? Cool. So now let me still go back and do one more thing before we can come back here. Okay. Now I want to set up some kind of stuff here. Let me set up appointment types one more time. Okay. So you can see that we have new appointment types here. Okay. Let me say, okay, let us add a new type of appointment here. So we have one for crochet. Let's just say we have hair treatment. Say hair treatment, hair treatment. Okay, treatment. We can call it maybe pro, right? Because this one should be a professional service, right? So how long can this be? This can be from what? This can be from maybe let's just maintain 150 minutes. Okay. Now this one should cost us, let's say $750. And then category should be what now? You see that we have braids here, but we don't want braids, so we can actually put something like treatments, right? We can have treatments, then we can click on save, right? And this could be what? You can put this color here as blue. Then this should be a private access. It's only admins can, it's only admins and clients. It's only admins and clients with direct scheduling link can book this. No, we don't want that to happen. So we just turn it off as it is. So now you can see that calendars now means that, okay, which of the staff actually is going to be offering this service here. So we can select that, yes, it's for Cynthia Bighead that will be offering this treatment, service to our clients. And I believe when we created this, when we were managing our calendars, right? Cool. So now, which of the forms are they going to use to book for this? We can actually select this our form here, and then you can see that this actually is done. So when you create this now, anyone that comes to book for hair treatment is going to be booking a session that is 2.5 hour. It's going to pay you $750, and it's going to be in the category of treatment, and then would be handled by the session will be handled by Cynthia Bighead. So let me still simply add an image for hair treatment. Let's call it hair treatment. Okay, we're going to just like good, this is hair treatment picture. It's very, very valid. I can use this now. Let me simply save this. Okay, cool. So I'm going to add that one up here. Just add it here. That's the hair. So I'm gonna click on what, save. So we now have a second service now called what? Called this. You can see that we now have under treatment we have one, under braids we have one. Now I want to let go of this consultation here. I don't need it anymore. I can just like delete it. How do I? Okay, so actually I cannot be able to delete this from here. I have to go to the other part where I can be able to delete it. I think through the calendars or whatever. So I'll need to leave it now. But you can see that we created braids, and we said under this braid category we should have crochet and maintenance, and that's for 2 hours and it's for $500. Then we have treatment category, under which we have hair treatment pro, which is for 2 hours 30 minutes and costs $750. So this is just what it looks like. So I'm still going to go back and then create more. So anytime you want to add more service, you can just add that here, right? You can just click on this, add new type of service. Now let me add one more time. I will say, okay, trimming. Let me say hair trimming, or let me just say hair dyeing, hair coloring, like dyes, right? Dye. Then say color your hair. Okay, color your hair, trendy styles available, right? So that can be our description. Then how long should this take? This should be for 60 minutes. Okay, then how much should this cost? This should cost 120, or let's say $110. The category should be treatment, right? Of course, you need to treat your hair with a new color. So let's give it a color here, call it green. And then what about the image? Let me get a hair dye. Say hair dye. Sorry for that, guys. So this could be hair dye. What? Hair dyeing. I just need something that is more realistic and cool. Can we use this? Yeah, I think I can work with this. But it's for ladies, right? Yeah. So let me just pick this up. Let me pick this and check for ladies. It's like the ladies don't dye hair anymore. Is that for real? Oh my. Okay, let me take this, no problem. We just have to work something out. So I'll use this. I'll go back to my stuff here, and I'm going to just put it up here. This is the image I got. Let me just add it here. Cool. So who offers this service? Maybe everybody in the company or in the business can do hair dyeing. Of course, it's not a big deal. So you can do what now. See where they say forms here. You can click on what, add this up, and then you can click on what, save. Right. So now let us go back to back and see what we've done here so far. So you can see that we have calendar here. right? So this is where you're going to see whoever booked your services. Okay, so if I go to availability here, I can be able to actually get to see what goes on here and all of that. So I can still add more calendar here. Anytime you add a calendar, it means you are actually adding a staff, right? So let's say add new calendar. Maybe we now have a new staff now. So I'll call him what? I'll call him let's call it Margareta, right? So we're going to say okay, the what? The treatment, dyes, trimming, or let me even say braids, right? Braids. Then location should be what? Of course, see the same address. Cool. Then of course the email has to change because this is a new staff, and of course this one remains constant, right? So what do? You can just save it. Okay, so if you're going to, so you need to ask and say, okay, which of the services here is she going to be able to do, or the Margarita, which of the services can she do? Yeah, so you can say, okay, treatment here, treatment, for this, maybe she offers all the services here, right? If she offers all the services, and then she also offers this one as well. She's a pro person, so can say okay, save. So she can actually get to offer those things, right? So that is just how that works. I think we are done with that. Now, I want to go back again, and I want to talk about my users. You see, manage users here. Cool. Now this is where you get to manage who works with you and you know whatever, right? So here I can actually get to add somebody. You can see that we have invite contributor. So if you want to add somebody here, say invite others and give them access to areas relevant to their work, right? So if I want to invite a staff into this place, I have to add them here. Okay, so I'm going to continue with this. Of course, that's myself. And then we need to what? Say this is the account I wish to use, right? And now I want to invite this contributor, right? Who is this person going to be like? So let us add their email address first of all. So I added somebody here. Let's say I choose somebody's email. Okay, just have to put in their mail here. Okay, so you need to know what their email address is, and then you need to add it up. And now you see where they say administrator. So where are they going to work? Do they have full access to this? Are they going to be working as administrator or as can they buy plans or whatever? Maybe if you don't want them to have this access, just leave it there. So maybe say scheduling view edit, maybe scheduling administrator, or that can only view assigned calendars, right? So can I just okay, let them be this one because of course they are staffs. They don't want to start, you don't want them to be able to pay for stuffs or whatever. So you can just say, okay, say next. Okay, we need to put in their name here. So they say, what is the name? Say the name is say Margaret, right? Cool. What do you do here? You can say, okay, next now. Okay, so you can see that here they also say, okay, which kind of stuff can they do? You say allow, you know, say we say what they can manage all what they can manage all calendars. So we do what now? Can invite them in. So this is just how you can actually add somebody, right? So you can still add somebody here by simply clicking on what invite contributor, and when you do that, you need to authenticate with your login details, and then you need to what you need to you need to maintain your account as the owner. Then you need to add the person here. So you can say okay, the person is, let's call them Cynthia what? Cynthia Big Head, right? Then what's the email address of the person? The email address is going to be, let's say, syntax, whatever. Cool, right? And then we can simply come down here. What are they going to be? They'll be this one. And then if you don't want this person to have access to everything here, you can just assign them to just their own particular calendar here, and then you are good. So that they will not be able to see the other person's whatever. So they'll be receiving notification whenever there's an appointment for them, right? Then you need to what click on that. So let me see, go back and edit this margaritas on. So I need to edit margaritas, so because this is just her here. So she only gets email whenever there's a what and a booking for her, because so that you don't create confusion, right? So I think we are good with that. I can now click on save. So this is just how to add people to your workspace. Cool. So now we still have other things to do here. Let me go back here. I think you can just refresh again. And then what are we going to do here now? Let me go to my home and then see something here. So you can see that we have an upcoming appointment here, which is going to be crochet braids with Richard N. And it's going to be 31st of this month, 11 to 1 p.m. So the thing about Acuity is that whenever somebody books, it tells you, it calculates the number of hours that that session will last. So it will tell you when it's going to start, then it will tell you when it's going to end, right? And so on and so forth. So what about if I wanted to like add other stuff? Say maybe you say maximize your time with this feature. Say enable payment for bookings, deposits, subscriptions, right? I don't want to go into this because actually I feel like it's gonna be a waste of time. So maybe I should go back to my availability and check it one more time. You can see that here now we have Margarita. She's in Lagos, right? Let me select this Cynthia's own again and check something here. So I said that she's going to be in Lagos because our business is based in Lagos. Okay, our business is based in Lagos. Where is Lagos? Yes, Lagos lost now. I think Lagos should be somewhere here. Let's see, Lagos. Where is Lagos? Lagos, where are you? Okay, this is Lagos now. Okay, that's where she is now. So I'll do click on save. Okay, so these are my two staffs, and they all work here under this Hellfire Street. Now, when you get a new calendar, what can you do? You can simply add the calendar up as well. So how can you add it? Maybe now you have a new branch. Maybe you have a new branch at maybe another city or whatever. Okay, you can simply do what you can simply like just change it up as well. Let me just say this one should be, let's assume this one is in Aja. Okay, this one should be in Aja, so let's save it as Aja. Now let me add another calendar. I'll say what, add a new calendar. Let's call this calendar, we can call it what will I call this place now? I'm coming, guys. Okay, I'll call it something else. Let me say this calendar should be for, let's call it should I call it a Warrior branch? Maybe we got another business, let's call it digital blah blah blah, and they're still offering the same service but just under our company name. So let us say the same thing. The location should be what now? Let's say number 14, what, number 14 Aja close. Okay, so of course to be in Lagos, right? Cool. Now that's a new location. Now what about the email? I think we can actually work with this email, and reply should be sent to this super admin as well. So what do? We click on save here. Right now, what kind of service do they offer in this place? You can say they offer braids, they offer every other thing here. You can do what now? Click on save, right? Cool. Now we are good with that. We can now close this. You can see that we now have another location here, 13 Aja close. So anybody that works under this place now should be able to what? Should be able to, get added to this address. So let me add another calendar so you can see how it works. Let me add another person. I will add Steven. Steven Ishiaki. Okay, let's say now you see that it's going to, under location, it's going to ask me where is this person going to work under the business. So maybe the person works on this, on this Aja close Lagos states. We'll select that. Okay, so I'm partially using Lagos here because Lagos is a central hub for Nigeria, and it's one of the biggest cities in Nigeria. So let's just assume that our business is focused on in Lagos State, and then we have different cities within Lagos. So the other one is in a different location. It's in a different location as well. So I'll put that. Then I need to specify the contact of you know this person. So this person actually is a staff, and his email is okay, let's say Stevenson at whatever. Okay, so that is it now. So we can also, okay, we can simply click on save now. Okay, so when you come back here, you can see that this person will now need to like be added to what services he's offering. Maybe he's probably just doing only treatments. Let's get this, and then we can click on what, save. So that profile has been saved. Okay, you can now see that under this Aja close now, we have this Steven Ishaki. He works there and all of that. So this is just how Acuity actually does. So the next I want to do now is I want to actually show you guys how to book an appointment. So I'm going to go to the calendar now, and I'm going to book an appointment for maybe somebody called through the customer rep, and they said you need what, in the service, right? So we're going to see where they say add new here. I'm going to click on add this. Click on what, add appointment here. And I can see that it's saying appointment type. We have, that we have crochet braids, we have, hair coloring, we have hair treatment pro. So maybe the person came for hair treatment pro. We're going to click on this, and then it say width. So on this width now, it's going to ask us who does he want, or who are we going to assign this customer to. We can click on this width here, and then we are going to what, maybe probably we know where the person actually lives, so we can say okay, maybe the person lives in Aja. We'll say okay, of course Mr. Stephen Ishaki is there. We'll select Stephen. The next thing is to what, is to select the what, the day. So probably on Wednesday. No, that should be on Wednesday 2020. I mean 30th. Okay, then what about the time? So the time is going to be what, 11 a.m. So what is the customer name? Can say okay, the customer name is, let's call him the customer name is going to be let's say Annabella. Annabella what? Now what is the person's name? Annabella Mike. Right? What about the phone? The phone should be 01 whatever. Okay, cool. What about the email? Of course, Anna at whatever, any dumb email there.com. Okay, then we are done with this appointment. What do we do now? Just click on schedule appointment. Shake it now. This is okay now. So now this was us scheduling appointment inside of our Acuity for for these clients. But then if you want client to book our to book us through our link, we can simply just, you see this is our link here, this is our booking link here. We can just get this scheduling link here and then send it to our customers. So whenever they are ready, they can be able to book this. Now we can simply go to our we can simply go to our business now and be able to add this in our business website so that you can be able to click on there to start booking. That is just how this whole thing here is. Okay, so I want to set up something now. I saw that the thing is actually showing Cynthia Bighead here. I don't want this to be the name of my business, so I need to go back to my scheduling page here. Okay, so you can see that we have the setup here as Cynthia Bighead. I can simply just edit this. Now when I come here, I need to put in my, come on, I should be able to edit this, right? Okay, I cannot be able to do this anymore, but I should be able to, like, like, this one should be my business name. Okay, this one should be my business name, and with this now, we can actually be able to start taking in customers and so on and so. Let me go to settings here and see if I can change it. Okay, so you see business name here. Now this is where you can set up your business. I can call it Otanwa what? Otanwa Otanwa what? Otanwa care what? Care services. Or let me say Otanwa skincare, Otanwa hair care services limited. Right? So the industry is gonna be what? It's gonna be hair. Let me try to see hair. Cool. Let me even say beauty, right? Beauty. See beauty salon now. Beauty salon is here. Yeah, cool. So what about the logo? Can get a logo from our can get a logo. Let me see, this is our logo. Gonna put that in there. Okay. So they say scheduling instructions. You can actually add in instructions here. So you can simply say okay, kindly submit your bookings below. Okay, like that. Now you can see that we say our week starts on when? Maybe our week starts on Monday, right? And our time format is going to be like this. You can say okay, let's say we are going to be using the 5 a.m. 12 p.m. kind of timing. And then we have scheduling page language, of course, going to be English. Okay, account language is going to be English. And then now, you see when they say set location for appointment, appointment types, can say yes, set this up. Now you say add another time. We don't need any of this. Okay, so at this point now, I think we are good to go. We can now click on what? Save changes. Okay, cool. So now if I come back here and I refresh this page, I'm going to see something different. Right? Can you see now? This is now our this is now our what, our book, our business kind of logo. You see this is our logo now. Cool. And we have this our services here and so on and so forth. So if I want to book now, I can click on this book here, and I need to actually say, okay, who do I want to be attended to? I can say attended to maybe any available here. So maybe if you don't have any choice, maybe you actually don't know anybody that work with the business. You can just say okay, anyone available, right? Cool. But then if you know anybody, Probably you look at the address and you see 13 Aja close. You see you see number 76 Hellfire Street, and you feel like actually you are closer to this one here. You can select any of them here to attend to. So let me say I live at number, let's say I live at number 13 Aja. So I can say, okay, let this your partner, this not on digitals here, attend to me, right? Then I need to like select when I want to come in. So I'm coming in by, let's say, 12 p.m. I'll click on select and continue here. Then you need to put in your time. My time is going to be Richard. Your name is going to be N. Don't want to put my surname there. Richard N. And then my number here is going to be the number. And then we need to put maybe Richard at my whatever my email is. And then what did you do? Click on what? Confirm appointment. Right? Cool. Now you can see that actually this has actually been what now? This has actually been what been done, right? Now, sometimes you might need to have a an online what? An online service. A kind of service whereby customers don't need to come into the office. You just maybe like for instance, maybe you want to like diagnose their hair. So you can actually just have them come on, you can have them come on using maybe Zoom, show you the hair. Maybe they come on using Google Meet, show you the hair, and they maybe say recommend the service, right? Or maybe they just want to like consult. Okay, hello, Otawa, this is my hair. You can see it's all entangled. I want to, I want to know which service is best for me, right? So, what kind of appointment are we going to call that? Are they going to need to walk into the shop to do that? No, sometimes it does not always going to be like, it doesn't have to be like that always. So I need to go to my calendar here. Now I need to go back to my availability here and create, maybe probably go to appointment and create an appointment type here. So I'll go to add what, say add a new service type, go here, and I'll call it what? I'll call it consultation. Okay, that's okay. Consult, okay, for your what? For your hair. I call it what? Consultation service here. Of course, you have to pay for it. So it's going to be a service. Okay, cool. Now, this is going to be a 30-minute session, and it's going to be costing, let's just call it $25. Of course, it's going to be cheap, right? So categories is going to be for, let's say location is actually going to be all of them here, right? Cool. Now, you can see that we have an image, but I don't want to put an image here, right? So let me just say, now calendars, who can actually handle this kind of consultation? Maybe we're going to assign our most senior colleague or the owner of the business that can actually do this consultation with them. Then we're also going to assign a treatment person, which is going to be, let's call it Margarita. Of course, she's a treatment person. Okay, so they're going to actually use this form and so on and so forth. Or maybe don't want them to use form here. So let us say we're going to just go and create, right? Cool. So now we have done this appointment type. Now let me now go back and do something else here. Let me touch this one more time and see. Let me open this a bit and see something. Maybe if I can actually select the meeting type here. Of course, it's not here. So I need to go back to the other stuff and set it up from there, right? So I'll go to my availability here and click on what? Add a new calendar, right? So I'm going to add a new calendar. So I'm going to call it what? Consultation. Okay. And here I will say what? I'll say online what? Online service. Now the location here. Now you see here now we have to specify what? Zoom. Showing that one that our meeting will be what now? To be on Zoom, right? I can call it Zoom. Okay, so we need to set it up as what? As Zoom. Okay, or if you have Google Meet, you can set it as Google Meet. And then who gets to schedule this? Of course, let us say it's going to be Otawa that will be doing this. So we can select Otawa Zigbo here and then do what now? Click on save. Okay, so now this consultation is simply for what now? It's going to be for consultation here only. Okay, so we can click on what? Save now. Okay, so this is just a kind of rundown. Okay, you can see that we have consultation here. Let me edit this one and then see what is going to be here. You can see that it's going to be for Zoom, and I think I need to add Zoom here now. Let me go and then add Zoom. So you can see that we have integrations here. Let me go to my home and check if I can see add Zoom. So connect apps, you need like look at it here. So if I want to actually add my Zoom, I need to come in here and do this. So the reason why I'm doing this is because not every business is going to be online. Some are going to be doing teaching, right? So if you're teaching, you don't need to actually start looking for how to do this and all of that. So I want to connect my Google Calendar so that we can have our whatever. So let me connect it to this, and then I need to authenticate it so that whenever there is a new booking, we can come in, right? Cool. Okay, we now have this now. So say appointment will be instantly added to Google Calendar. Optionally have clients to choose calendar block off, blah blah blah. I don't want any of that, right? So now you see here now it's very sensitive here. So here now we need to know who actually gets to be added here, right? So you can see that we have Stephen Ishaki here. You need to select his kind of own calendar as well, right? So if they are going to be able to use their own calendar, you need to set it up from here as well. So but I can't do that from here because I don't have this access here. I need to go back to their respective accounts and add their respective calendars to this place. That is what I wanted to point out earlier. So I will go back again, and I think I need to use something else. Let me go to the home here. I should be able to add Zoom, right? Or let me even go to my integrations and see. Yeah, you can see that here now we have, where is Zoom? Should I look at Zoom now? Let me set up Zoom for this our business so that we can actually get to see connect to Zoom here. Can connect to Zoom now, so we can simply create an account on Zoom so that if we have any customer that says okay they want to use Zoom for their meeting, they can simply just come in here and then they'll be fine, right? Cool. So this is my Zoom now. I want to see how I can be able to set it up, but I don't have any Zoom account. Let me just say go to Google. So I'm going to click on this one and see. Click on continue now. Okay. And I think the Zoom is going to be added. Okay, so it's going to ask us for the birth year. Let me say birth years will be 1945. Okay, go to continue. Now it's say create your Zoom account with your, so I'll go for this. I'll just create because we just need only one, right? Only one person will be handling that consultation service. Okay, so say we should choose plan. I don't want to choose any plan. I just want to like try this one out, and that's just what I want to do, right? I don't want to do. I just want to add it the free package, right? Just want to add the free package. So let me click and see if I can find the free package and select it so that I can proceed. Okay, I think we are good with this. So this is what we have here. I don't want to go further. Let's just because I don't have money to start paying them for this. I'm just going to like use this. I'm not really interested in adding my meeting here, so I just want to use that and we'll be good, right? So I think at this point now we are now good. So let me come back here and click on connect again, and it should be able to bring in my account here now. So you can see that this one is now here. So I will need to click on what allow, so that it can allow me to now take meetings for Zoom. So you can see that here now, right? Um, you can see that here we have consultation service here. I need to click on this now. That's the only service that we are going to be using. Zoom to consult with our clients. So I'm going to click on what? Click on save, right? Okay. So it says Zoom integration is now enabled, blah blah blah, and all of that. So it say you can't include meeting information in emails using blah 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 in your notification. Okay, that's fine. We're going to set that one up now. So now, if I come back to my booking page here now, if I go back to this is my booking scheduling page. If I go to the link here, I should be able to see some level of changes here. Okay. Now, I want to book a consultation service. This is it here, right? So I can click on book here. Okay. Now you can see that we have two people here available and they are all within the Hellfire Street Aja area. So maybe I want to drive down there and do my hair, right? So I'm going to click on, I want it to be with Margarita. Okay. And I'm going to come in by what? By 10 a.m., right? So now I need to add, say, select to continue. So I need to select my name here. I'll say Richard N. Okay, let me use this default email here. And then I want to specify an email. So let me use an email like this. Okay, and then I'm going to click on confirm appointment, right? Cool. Now let me go to my mail and check what what I received there as a response from the business, right? So you can see that here now. You can see that here now. I have, this is my email here. You can actually open this email and see what was sent to me. Can you see here? They said new appointment. Can you say new appointment consultation service? See now with Margarita, right? So say Ottawa Healthcare Services Limited consultation service with Margarita, because I choose Margarita to attend to me for this service, right? So you can see that this is what they are saying to me, say consultation service, blah blah blah. So this now is a booking, is a link that I can use to join the session, maybe to start showing her my hair and all of that, right? Cool. So if I click on this now, I should be able to join the meeting when the day, once it is date now, I can be able to I can click on this link now to join the meeting and then have, the consultation with the, with the treatment guide. I can show them my hair, what is wrong with my hair, what should I do, what kind of service can I get. 'Cause you can see that actually anytime I make a booking now, it will come here. Now, this is for me as the owner of the business. You can see that the mail actually came here. It says scheduled by a client. Below is your copy of the client information, confirmation email. You can customize the template for mail, blah, blah, blah. So you can see what they sent me here and so on and so forth. So this is just how it is. So if I go to my own personal email as a customer now, this is what I received. I think we have viewed this before, right? So this is just how it looks like. So with Zoom now, the customer service person receives a mail, then the person booking the service actually gets a mail as well. So this is just how it works, right? And so on and so forth. So I can still go forward and do some kind of things here. Consider we say kindly submit your booking below, right? This one is for the business page. I don't want this to continue. Let me just change it up here, make it a little bit nicer. Kindly. So you remember that everything you are doing here, you are all subject to your own kind of modifications to suit your business needs, right? So don't say I'm turning off pop because I'm just trying to make sure that everybody gets it correctly. Okay, it's not meant to be perfect. So this is just a raw stuff. It's not scripted. It's straight from the heart. Okay, so make do with it whatever you can and ensure you like it. Okay, so now I'm going to click on this email here and text because I want to set up text on how I just want people to get, you see, client email here. I want a client to be able to receive an email, you know. So initial confirmation, say custom, blah 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 blah, are only available on paid. Okay, so I cannot be able to do this because, of course, like I mentioned earlier, some things are not going to be available to me because I'm using the trial, stuff, right? So I cannot do this one now. Okay, then what about this treatment here? I still can't do this because, of course, I don't have the access ability to be able to do that one. Let me talk about reminders here, and I still can't do that one. What about cancellation? I still cannot do that because these are only available to people that are using the premium package, right? So let me go back and do one or two more things here before we call it a day for today. So I want to go to settings. I can't find settings here. Where is my settings? Okay, look at, okay, it's not there. Mm, it's not going to allow me to do a lot of things here, but it can actually get more interesting than this. I just don't have the ability to be able to do more than I can do now because, of course, this is a trial account. I wish Acuity can actually allow us to redo this with a with a full functional account and then set up a lot of things here. Let me go to scheduling page and then try to do things here. Okay, I think this one is quite okay. Scheduling page is quite okay. Appointment types. Let us see. So you can see that here now we have this consultation 15 minutes. I need to remove this from this place. I don't need it. It has to go away, right? You can see delete here, right? So if you want to delete any, so if you are wanted to delete any kind of service, maybe you no longer offer a service, you come to your appointment types, click on to open it. You can see what we have delete here, right? Just click on what delete. Okay. Cool. Now I want to add, you see that we have consultation service here, right? So this actually is cool. I like it here like this, and so on and so forth. So I think at this point, if you want to create any, like maybe you want to maybe you want to create a coupon, you can create a coupon using the coupons feature here. You can create a new coupon for appointments. So you can say, okay, a coupon code is, maybe let's call it newcom. Let's make it capital newcom 6, no, let's call it newcom 666 here. It's for everyone that actually comes to the business for the first time. So how much is the discount here? You can say, okay, it's gonna be a 25% discount. Okay, 25% discount. Yeah. So this can be used, each customer can use this. You can say what? You can say total number of users. Say each customer can use this one. Of course, any customer, maybe it's a Black Friday, right? Then code applies to any booking, just disappointment types. So if you want it to be if it's going to be for the wide business, any kind of service that they book, you select any appointment type. But if it's going to be for only just a particular kind of business, maybe you want it to be only for those that are going to come for consultation or for crochet braids, because that one, okay, let me say hair treatment. Yeah. So maybe you can actually set it up for only the hair treatment type here. And then when does it expire? You can say this actually expires in 30 days. You can say it expires, let's say 28th of August, right? You can click on what save coupon. So whenever they are here within this deadline from now till August 28th, they can enjoy a 25% discount. That's what you use the coupons for, right? Let me go back one more time. So if I come to the client now, you can see that my client list has grown a bit. You can see that this must, so if you have a client, you'll be seeing your clients here, right? So what about availability? Let's see what we can do here. Of course, we've been here before. This is where you can actually set up your business locations and all of that, right? So I realize I've been using Aja twice. So I want to change this to something else. Let me click this and change it to, let me click this. Let's change it to Ikeja, right? And then here can be what? Here can be, of course, this should be Ikeja. Yeah, that's where the airport is, right? In case you don't know Nigeria very well. So then I also still want to change this guy's name. This guy's name is Norton Digitals. He's now a full-time staff. So we are going to assign him a name. We'll say, yes, his name is what? Is Sarah. Sarah what? Sarah Sarah Phillips, right? Yeah. Or let me even call him Ikenga. Okay, Ikenga is his name, and then of course this is where he's going to be. Then if you see, maybe if this person actually offers a Zoom session, you can still do that one here. Or maybe if you want to change the appointment type to Zoom, you can simply select it from here as well. Right, let me change this one to this. Okay, and then you can now click on what save. So this is just how it is. So our business is now at Ikeja and at Hellfire Street in Aja, and then we also have consultation services in Zoom, right? So this is just how you can actually set up Acuity for any kind of business. Here you'll be seeing your upcoming appointment as they come in. You can confirm them. This is why they call it a scheduling appointments tool. So you can see that this is just you see they're good. They have to make payments when they arrive, because now it's showing that they are owing, right? So let me assume that they come in now. You can do what? Click on make payments. Okay, so you can say, okay, you can say paid what? Paid cash, right? Then what do? You can say, okay, record, right? So when you now do this now, you see where they say record there, and then you need to check the mail so that the customer can confirm that they've paid for their service. You can click on what? Record. And they will what? They're going to receive a mail. So if I go to my mail now and go to this, I should be able to see that, yes, I got a mail. Let me go to my Zulu Hits email. Go here now. Okay. So you can see that this actually is my what? It's my receipt. Say Tanwa Hair Care Services. You see, they give me a receipt. This is the business logo. This is my order summary. I'm booking for consultation service for $25 and so on and so forth. This is because I booked earlier, right? So now let me book now again, and let us see if the discount is going to apply. So I'm going to go back to the online booking, to the scheduling page, and get to the link. Okay, and I'm going to click on this to open it one more time. Close every other thing here. Then I'm going to book the consultation service one more time. I'll click on this now. Okay, I'm going to click on, let me say anybody can attend to me here, and I'm going to come in on 3 p.m. Okay, now you see now they now have our package gift code now. So let me put the code as what? As newcom 666, right? Cool, and I click on apply. Haba. Is it Newcom 666? I don't know. I forgot the code. Let me go and check the code one more time and see. I just want to be sure what I'm doing here. So let me find my, I think I need to go to my appointment type here. See coupons here. Huh. It's Newcom 666, right? So why is it not working? Let me see. Newcom 666. Say this code can be used to purchase this. Come on. Why? Maybe I didn't set it correctly. Let me set the code one more time and see what could be wrong with it. So hair treatment. Okay, fine, because I didn't put it under consultation service, right? So let me go back. Let me go back and refresh, or let me even just consultation service. Let me just add it here and then click on save now, right? So I've now said okay, anybody booking for consultation can now use it. So I'll come and do what? I'll come and add new com 666 here. And I'm going to apply and see. You see now it applies now. So they've given us our discount here. So what is the customer name? The customer name is going to be uh um um customer name is going to be what? It's going to be John. Let's say it's going to be what? John what now? John Chidioto. Okay, Chidioto. And then the number, let us maintain the same number. And then the email is going to be what now? Let me use another email. What email do I remember now? Okay, let me use they use this. Okay, let's use this email and see what it's going to look like. Okay, let me mostly maintain the same email. Let me use Zulu, and then let us see how it's going to be like. Of course, because I want to show you the difference between the first booking we made and the second booking that we made now. So I'm going to go back to my Gmail now and then see something. Remember, I'm now the customer, right? So I need to go to the customer email. This is the customer email, and I'll check what I received as what a confirmation. So this is it now. You can see that this is our what now? This is our email here. Okay, this is our email, and if I click on this, maybe I'm going to be able to see what was actually booked. Okay, nothing like that yet. So, but then this is just how it works. Consider here they give us a discount here. Uh, we are going to end up paying $18.75. Remember that the normal charge is supposed to be $25, right? So if I go back in there now to my appointment or to the calendar, I can see whatever is coming up here. So you see, this is one for John Chidoto here. Click on this, and we can say make payment. Maybe the person has arrived. Then we can also okay, paid what? Paid with card. Okay, and click on our record, right? So if I return to this place now, I can now see the receipt or whatever the customer actually paid. Because remember, I'm the customer now, right? So this is my receipt now as a customer. So they say, well, say consultation service is $25. Then subtotal is what, $25. Then discount, you see the promo code is here, is $6.25. So I'm having to pay this in total. So this is just how Acuity is. It's quite an interesting software. And but now let me also try to see if I can actually teach how to uh, cancel a service or an appointment. How do I cancel an appointment? Now remember that we said that our customers cannot cancel appointments from their end, right? But then what if the customer did not turn up, or maybe the customer called in, hello, I couldn't make it today. My card swallowed some shovel. Or hello, I couldn't make it today. My car is falling into the ditch. Hello, I can't make it today. Maybe my dog ate a cat, right? What do I do? Okay. And Abel Mike said he cannot make it because, of course, the cat did whatever. So what do? You need to open the appointment for the customer. You see where they say cancel here? You can either reschedule or cancel the appointment. So maybe the customer said, okay, I'll come back. Maybe I'll come in next week, right? So because okay, next week is going to be, let me see, it's going to come on maybe August 7th. Just put the date, and then if they say they're going to come by 11, click on 11 a.m. here, then reschedule the appointment, right? Okay, what if they said they want to cancel in total? What do? Go back to your calendar and then find the customer that wants to cancel. Let us say this Janet Maxent Abuma test wants to cancel. So open their profile. Do what now? Click on cancel here. You can actually send them an email that they actually cancel their stuff. But excuse me, I want to use an email that I can be able to, what, to confirm. So I want to use this Richard N one more time. I'll say okay, cancel now. Then I'll send them an email. So if I don't want them to receive an email for the cancellation, I'll just uncheck this. But I want them to send an email. So I want them to receive an email. So I'll say okay, you cancelled cause you know your cat, okay, swallowed a what? A shovel, right? It can be anything else. Then what do you do next? Click on, right? You can just click on what? Click on cancel here, and they're going to receive a mail. So let me go back to my mail now and then refresh. Let us refresh this now and see. Can you see now? You say appointment cancelled, right? Richard N. You see now, so this is an appointment here now. Can you see? So you say you cancelled your because your cat swallowed a shovel. So this is the message I wrote earlier, right? So this is what you cancel now is for this service. So this is just how to set up your Acuity. I know there are so many other places I might not be able to have touched. It's probably because I'm trying to like avoid hitting that part where it gets confusing for anybody, and because maybe I might be thinking of maybe not going to where it's going to start asking me for payment. So you can see that we have reports here. You can see that in our report now we have the number of our bookings. You can see it now, like I said earlier, this will tell you what you're expecting as your revenue. You can see that we have revenue. If I go to the revenue now, you'll be seeing what I've done so far. You can see that our cash appointment is 1, total revenue is 1, unpaid and deposit remainder owed and appointment is 3. So I'm expecting about 1,295, but I've already made what, $18.75. What about the users? You can see my users here have my what is 4. What about tips? Do we have any tips? We don't have any. What about our appointments? You can see our appointments here. We have consultation as 1 appointment. We have consultation service is 1. We have crochet braids 1. Hair treatment is 1 as well. So you can see that here it's giving us a chart or graphs showing us how people are interacting with the business and so on and so forth. So this is just one of the things that makes Acuity very, very interesting when it comes to doing stuff, right? So remember that we talk about calendars and all of that. So calendar stuff allow you to actually add your people, your team, so that they can be able to receive their notification timely, right? So this is just what this does here. So that is just that, guys. So I hope you have been able to understand to some extent how to set up Acuity for a business and how to also handle a booking. So what I wanted to do now is actually to like maybe go forward and show you guys how to actually put the scheduling page link inside the for website. So I can actually come here. This is my See, this is my scheduling type here. You see the link here? Click on this. And I'm going to copy this. See the copy here? I'm going to click on it. Then I'm going to open my night class website. Let us assume that this is where we're going to be doing our business. This is our business website now, right? So I need to go here. Let me get the login details. Okay, let's say, let's, okay, this is it here. I'm going to use this to log in. So I'm going to say, so this is our business website now. I need to log into it. It's going to be an admin. I'm going to paste the password in there. And we're going to click on login. Okay. Now you can see that we are now here now. And I need to be able to show them where to click to be able to get to our booking page, right? So it should be our contacts. Or let me just say book now. I want to add a page and call it what, say book now, right? I will say, okay, you are welcome to Ottawa hair care services. To book our service, or to book any of our services, kindly click here to begin, right? So now where should they click? Of course it has to be a link. Now look at the link here, copy it, go back there and do what now? Highlight this everything here and do what now? You see this insert link here, click on it and then paste whatever you copied in there and then confirm it. Now what about, say, to book our consultation, to book a consultation, click here. Okay, Okay, select the consultation option from the page in the link above. Yeah. So whenever they come to book now, should they want to book a consultation, they should follow the link above, right? So I can publish this. Now I need to go and add this to my website, because now you can see that this is our website now. This is our website, but it's not yet quite showing up here. So they don't have anywhere to get to this unless they have a link. So we need to add it there. So I need to go to my appearance, to my menus, and I should be able to to add it. So let's say you see book now. Click on this and then add it to our menu. It's now here. Click on save. Okay. So when I come back here to my website now, you can see that our book now is now here. So if I click on this book now as a customer, I can be able to see whatever was added. So it says you're welcome to Ottawa Hair Care Services. To book any of our services, kindly click here to begin. Click here now. Okay, so this is our website now. No, this is our scheduling page for our business. So we can now book whatever. So they say we should click here to book a consultation, right? So we can click on this now to book it and then add whatever it is. So this is just a little bit of tutorial to guide you on how to work with Acuity. I hope this is going to be helpful to anyone that wants to learn this, especially those from Africa. So if this helped you, please help us to like the channel, help us to subscribe, help us to share with your friends. And remember, Digital Witch is still there for you to learn more exceptional skills and to better your life and become better. Remember, my name remains Richard N, and this is Fast Giddy. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.